I always start the same way, don't I? Scratch my head and I say so or something like that. So I want to just make a video today because I think it's really important that, we're always talking about exercising and, pushing ourselves and, going, further than we ever thought we can, further than we think we can, and exceeding our expectations, which is all really great. I mean, we should. A lot of times it's mind over matter, and we're capable of doing so much more than we think we can. And sometimes we just give in because we let the voices in our head convince us that we can't take that extra step or push that extra weight or, not have that ice cream, which I'm very guilty of a lot. But I think we also have to balance it all out with recognizing that we do have certain limitations and that we can't go overboard. We can't become obsessed and excessive with how we treat our bodies. And I'm totally guilty of that. I get this one set track in my mind, and then it's all I focus on. And now I've noticed that my daughter is that way, but she's that way with other things. But so I'm like that with exercise, and I've been like that for a really, really, really long time. I mean, like high school, and I was like that with food, and so I thought that I had broken away from it, and recently found myself, kind of back in the same situation where, just doing one workout wasn't enough. Just doing two T25s wasn't enough. Then I would do two T25s in the morning, and then I would go to the gym at lunch at my job and do something there, and then maybe come home and try to do something. I mean, just absurd, obscene. And I wasn't seeing any results, and it's no wonder because my body was like, whoa, what are you doing? Like, you're not feeding me enough. You're exhausting yourself. You're working way overtime. You've got a house to tend to. You've got kids to tend to. You've got a long commute. Like this is just too much. And so over the holiday weekend, I thought, oh, this is a great time to catch up on running. I haven't been able to go running in so long. So me, in my obsessive compulsive mentality, figure every day I'm going to run at least 10 miles. Well, I haven't run in forever. I'm been exercising, and I do T25 and I do Insanity and I teach them and I, PIO, but running is a whole other animal. So I felt great when I was doing it. Don't get me wrong, and I loved it and I missed doing it, but you know, maybe one run would have been okay. I didn't have to do the run and go home and do PIO and then go sightseeing and then, go for another walk. And I mean, it was just constant, constant, constant. And I wasn't feeding myself enough. I mean, I know I wasn't feeding myself enough protein. I know I wasn't fueling my body the way that I need to. And then came home from my vacation on Sunday, and even the quote unquote, non-exercise day was a pretty intense hike up at a falls in Ithaca, which is, a good incline. Um, so then on Monday, it was like 90 degrees out, and I wanted to keep up with the pace, so I decided I'm going to go for a run, and went to a park near my house. And 4 miles wasn't good enough for me, 5 miles wasn't good enough for me, and I didn't feel good the entire time, but I just kept pushing myself. And I was in my head, I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why am I torturing myself? I mean, I would love running, but I'm going to make myself not like it. But for some reason, I quit. Like, I needed to see the mileage on my tracker. I needed to see the calorie burn, and that's not good. And so yesterday was Tuesday. I completely just had no energy. I mean, and I felt terrible. And to be honest with you, I mean, I did. I got very, very sick. I ended up vomiting and throwing up and same thing. But just being, I mean, it was hard to get through work yesterday. I went to work, but I wasn't feeling well at all during the day. Had a terrible migraine and ended up going to the hospital. And it was just like dehydration on top of, maybe a slight stomach virus. So I shouldn't have run to push through a stomach virus, but I did. On top of just the everyday stresses of life, on top of just coming back from a vacation where, was exercising every day, really pushing myself. So point to the story is exercise is great. It's wonderful. Not enough people do it and they don't get the benefits out of it. But when you take it to the extreme, like I just did, and I know there's people who take it way past the extreme. I mean, I'm just saying that I was extreme. There's people who do it way more extreme than that. it's not even enjoyable for your body, and it's not healthy for your body. You're actually doing more damage to your heart because your heart is a muscle and you're overutilizing that muscle. It's like overutilizing any other muscle. So if you're constantly putting your heart under that pressure of those long runs in the heat and making it stress and strain, you're not doing it any service. So today I'm home. I was pretty sick most of the night, and I'm hydrating, and relaxing. And as hard as it is for me not to go downstairs and put a PiYo video in and just say, oh, well, it's PiYo, I'll just kind of take it easy. No, it's not happening today. I need to take care of myself. So that's my message to you. Exercise is awesome. Do it every day, some form of movement. It's so good for you. But at the same time, don't become obsessive about it. Don't let it control your life. Don't let a missed workout ruin your day, ruin your time with your family, put you in a bad mood, because that's what will happen. And that's just another form of addiction. So that's just a little food for thought. And I am actually going to go sit on my couch and fold some laundry and maybe catch up on some TV that I haven't watched in forever. So have a good day, and I hope this reached somebody, because I know there's lots of you out there that are like that. It's push yourselves and push yourselves and push yourselves, and you don't need to. You're hurting yourself a lot more than you're doing yourself any benefit. And you know, a number on the scale isn't going to make you who you are. So think about that. I wish I'd thought about that before I pushed myself a little too hard on Monday. Maybe I wouldn't be feeling this way right now. So I will talk to everybody later. Have a good day.